Hi guys. Um, Hello. If you can hear me, say I in the comment section. Hi Barakat, Yakub, Sunny, Chiamaka, Jessica, Ebuka, Precious. All right. Welcome to today's session. I hope we're all doing fine today. So, while we wait for others to join, I reached out to some of us on Slack. I reached out to some of us on Slack, and um, we'll be showcasing one or two things. So I believe we're all ready to go ahead. So, um, do we have Kelechi here? Hi guys, Tabi is here. Tabi is in the building. Hello, Tabi.
Hi, Deji. Hi, everyone. Welcome to
Tabi.
day two.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. My speaker rather. Hi, Tabi. How are you?
Hi, Deji.
Yeah,
Good.
how you doing? Okay, so we'll, we'll start right away. Please check the chat. If your name is here, you should be getting set to prepare, getting set to present rather, sorry. Kelechi, Precious, Oscar, Oluwatobiloba, Olasukami, Aruna, Emmanuel, Steve, John, Said Shitu, Adewumi, and Pray. If you are here, please. All right. Jerry, can we go ahead? Can they start with the presentation?
Yes, just before we go, I wanted to say hello and welcome to everyone to day two of our internship fair. To every representative of any organization, you're very much welcome today. Just like I mentioned yesterday, today, if you just joined us for the first time today, you're welcome. And today we're showcasing a number of our students, potential hires for you. There is a whole lot more where they're coming from, but today you're just going to be seeing a number of them, and they're just going to be taking about they're going to take turns, and in about 10 minutes each, you would have them come up and talk about their journey, their how they've learned, what they've learned so far. They would also show us their portfolios, and some of them will show us some projects that they've worked on. So we would just watch as they take turns, and I just wish that you see something or someone that you might want to hire. And as you know, the process is really easy. We will keep on reaching out to you to know if you have any particular interest, and we can carry it from there. Thank you very much for joining us on D2. So we'll just be in the sidelines watching.
All right. Thank you, Jerry. All right. Kelechi, are you there? Kelechi, if you are here, you can please request. Um, Hi, Kelechi.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon, David.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Very well.
All right. You can go ahead. Your time starts now.
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kelechi Okorongo, and I'm a backend engineer at AltSchool, Nigeria. So basically today I just want to just take you through my experience, my journey, and what I've built as a backend engineer here at AltSchool, Nigeria. Yeah, so basically I do full stack, so I do both front end and back end. So I'm going to start with sharing my screen and so I can take you to my portfolio. Okay, yeah. So this is my portfolio. So as I said, I'm going to be going through some of the projects I've built along the line while studying here at school. So and to say this, one of the things I've learned in Oscar Africa is what we have imbibed myself and all of us generally how to build projects, not just about the code, but also about projects that can actually help better the individual's lives. So that's why I'm going to present two projects basically. Firstly, modernize the JS. So basically, what this project is all about is, as I said, I started my journey as a programmer, as a front-end engineer. So one of the issues I discovered was when it comes to building modern JavaScript applications, having to work with Webpack and Babel, ESLint, and all of those frameworks and tools, it's very cumbersome because you have to do a lot of setup, a lot of arrangement. So when I started any backend design at
Um,
AltSchool, one of the
sorry,
things,
sorry, Kelechi. Can you put off
yeah,
your fan,
okay,
or can you do it from your fan? And your voice, your audio is not too clear, please.
okay. I don't know if this is better now.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, I'm going to continue. So I was saying that so I said I started working as a front end engineer. I discovered that a lot of stuff that happens in the front end, having to work with modern JavaScript tooling such as Webpack, Babel, ESLint, and all of this modern tooling. It's kind of cumbersome having to set all of this up. So, and saying that one of the things I learned at also at backend engineering is that we shouldn't focus so much as you put attention on the coding, but should also put a lot of attention in building solutions that can actually better the lives of people. So I decided to come up with a node package manager library, which is called modernize.js. So basically what this project does is it helps front-end engineers to get started with modern JavaScript tooling faster and easier. So for example, I want to integrate Webpack, Babel, ESLint into my project as a front-end engineer. So instead of writing numerous configuration file, installing numerous node package libraries, doing all of those redundant work again, well, with my package manager, you can easily abstract your process. So after building this, I think the first week I got over 600 downloads on NPM. So it was quite, people used it actually. So, and it actually abstracted the whole process. So if you're a front-end engineer on this call and you want to like test it out and see how it works, you can easily go to NPM or just install that from NPM with a nice JS. So with just a line of code, you can easily get started with Webpack, Babel, ESLint, and all of those tooling on your project. So that's about modernize.js. So I'm going to move up to the next project I would like to showcase, which is also another package manager, which is Create SaaS app. So again, for my front-end tips, so you have a front-end application that's being built on SaaS, SaaS, that's SCSS, and we all know how difficult it is to get on with the 7-1 architecture system, having to install the dependencies, having to write the scripting and all of that. Well, with Space SaaS app, it's very easy. You can just install the package manager, and with one line of code, you can get all the 7 architecture system. You can get your scripting all done. You just get started with writing your CSS, the SaaS code. So that's one of the stuff I also built while studying backend engineering here at AltSchool. As I said for the third time, one of the things I learned in AltSchool is having to build solutions and not just focus about coding and all that, but actually having to build solutions that can help solve the problem. So moving from that, I also worked on a project. I'm going to talk about a collaboration project I did now. So I worked on a project with my circle, where here in AltSchool we have some circles. So with my circle, myself and my team members in my circle, we decided to come up with a project which we basically got from the curriculum of the backend engineering course from AltSchool. So we decided to be a social media app. So basically, what's social media app? It's just a simple application for developers to connect and get started and collaborate on projects. So while we started, we have built all of this. I can see there are some basic features that we have built, which include registering an account, logging, posting, making a post, liking a post, sharing a profile, and all of this stuff. So what we did basically was just to mirror what Twitter has as the base model of this application. So currently, we are still working on the front end side of the application, but the whole API is actually live and working already. So if you want to check that, you can just check the URL 37/social media app. So it's live there. So all the APIs are working. So if you're a front-end engineer and you want to work on a social media app, you can check out APIs and make use of it. Everything works actually fine there. And so I'm going to jump that. So I'm going to move on to one more project that I've made. So I'm going to talk about Toxi. So yes, so Toxi is basically a simple application for people that travel. So you want to go to a new country and you want to make findings, you want to make information, so you get information about the country you're about to go to. And you don't have time to Google all around and get this and that, jump from one blog to the other. So what you need is actually Toxi. So I'm going to see if I can open a demo so I can test. So yeah, so this Toxi basically. So what Toxi does is for it gives you the ability to search for different cities that you intend to go to. So I'm just going to do a search just to test. So I'm going to search for London and England. So basically, what this application does, as I said, it gives you all the information you need about a particular country, so that you can have all at your fingertips without having to go left and right. So from here, you can get the health score, and this is accurate information coming from the Life API. You can get the health score, the safety score, the education score, the cost of living score, the population, the currency, the average temperature, and all lot of other information, so you can get on this link and all that. So that's what Talks basically does. So it helps you get this information at your fingertips if you are a traveler or you're a tourist and all that. So I'm going to still go for one more project again. So sound clips again. It's a music application. I think I did this in the first semester at AltSchool. So while we're still doing with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, so I tried to make a simple just a music application whereby you can just go play some random music and all that. So I'm just going to open the demo too so you can see. Okay, yeah. So this music application basically is I don't know if I should be able to test this here. So but I don't want to play the music so it doesn't affect the call. So but you can actually play the music that it's functional like a normal music application, and it's just built with just front-end JavaScript and those front-end applications. So I'm going to move on as I have time. So still have one more project to showcase. So, but before I go to other project, I would just love to stay on the project I actually enjoyed building, which was the social media app, right? So myself and, as I said, my circle members, there's 4 of them, we decided to come up with this project, which is the social media app. So it was really intriguing because we had to use a lot of tools and frameworks that we have never used before. We have to think about scaling. We had to deal with a little bit of cloud because we had to deploy application on the cloud. We didn't want to use the normal hosting environment, so we used Microsoft Azure, and we dabbled into a lot of technologies basically. So so I really enjoyed working with the social media application, and it was actually fun because we, as I said, we made use of a lot of tools, a lot of technology that were even outside our scope. And to the end, we actually built it. It was working, and some group of front-end engineers are actually consuming the API. And yes, we made it.
I Kelechi, thank
Yeah,
you, thank you,
my time is.
thank you. Well, thank you, Kelechi. Thank you for your time. Time up.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Jerry, you want to say something?
Oh no, let's carry on. Kelechi, that was phenomenal. We're all blown away. Not just even Tab is trying to compose herself, but look at you guys. Who's next? Let's take the next person so that we don't
Precious.
have time. Yeah.
Precious is not here. I don't know what's happening. Okay, we have a um, hi Precious. Hi. Hi Precious.
Good afternoon. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me
Good
start.
afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Please go
everyone.
ahead.
My name is Precious Orisadere. I am a front-end developer and a student of AltSchool Africa based in Abuja. I'm a graduate of International Studies and Diplomacy from University of Benin 2018. And I started my tech career with AltSchool in April 2022. So I'll just quickly share my screen. Sorry, a minute. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see my screen because I don't know how hopping works. Can you see my screen, please?
Not yet. On your screen, on your laptop, do you see a
Yeah.
desktop?
Open share menu. Then I clicked on share screen and I clicked on entire screen and I clicked here and I clicked share, but it's not working.
Uh, like,
Ah, okay, let me try this.
please try again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working now.
Okay, so this is my portfolio. I use my GitHub for my portfolio. So I'm a software engineer, I'm a content creator, and before art school, I have a career in customer support before I decided to go more technical and I applied into art school. So I have proper work ethics and experience. I have good communication skills. I have good time management skills. I can work in teams. I can work alone. I just needed to get the technical experience and become a front end developer. So I'll just quickly go to the projects I've worked on. So far, I have 30 repositories, which include personal projects, gigs I've been getting, and open source. Also, to mention, I'm also an outreach alum. I just finished my outreach internship on 3rd of this month, where I work with Creative Commons, which is a 20-year-old United States community that deals with common knowledge generally. So I was an intern with them, front end developer intern, where I worked on refactoring their CC meta search site. The project was basically based on converting their old codes to modernize semantic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So part of my duties was to convert the PHP code to semantic HTML and CSS and JavaScript. Also, they had a previous CSS code base that was really bulky and not easy to understand. So I had to simplify everything to fit into the project. I've also built an IP address tracker whereby you can track any IP address of your choice. So I'll just quickly look for an IP address to track. If I can't find one, I'll just maybe share the link for people to use. But IP address tracker was built with React. So whenever you put your IP address here and you click on this go button, it just gives you all the details of that IP address. It shows the IP address here, it shows the state the person is in, the time, space, and the ISP that the person is using. I've also built like a news website. This was for my exam, my assignment. So this news website used the random API to fetch users, random users. And here in this, I also did React routing. So here in this users page, you can see that I used the random user API to fetch random users like Web3 users. And I also did pagination to arrange the users. And I also have a project called GitSpy. This was for my second semester examination. So this is basically like a website that showcases your GitHub, but not on GitHub. So I use the GitHub API, my GitHub API, to fetch my GitHub information. So here I have like my name, my bio, my email, my location, followers, and all of that. And here I have my repositories. So if you click on any of these repositories, it loads and brings the details of that repo. Then this is my proudest work so far. I worked on this with my team members, Seco 70. So because of issues like this, like what we are doing now, interns getting to see what AltSchool Africa students can do, we came up with the idea to build an AltSchool project board where students can showcase their work and upload their projects and all of that. So it's I won't go into the details of this because of time, but when you log into the whole page, you can get to upload your project. As you can see, some people have already uploaded some projects here. You can view more, and you see a lot of projects that students have uploaded on the page. I built this with my team. This project tested my patience. It tested my leadership skills because I was a team lead and I had to make sure that everybody was um, on point doing what they need to do and everybody was learning what they need to learn. So I also played more like the project manager role during this project. And it also made us learn a lot of things. We learned how to use Cloudinary to fetch these images. We learned how to do authentication. We learned how to just a whole lot of this. I can't really go into all the details, but this project is really cool. But some, and even till now, we are still doing some further coding to make the site more accessible and more user friendly to our users. And yes, that is basically the project I want to showcase here. My I got to know about open source through AltSchool Africa, which also led me to know about Outreachy. And so far, I'm a contributor of open source to CC Search. I'm also a contributor to Wagtail. Wagtail should be somewhere here. And then if I go to my overview, you see that I have several side gigs that I've been doing. So March, you can see I have several commits I've been doing. So I'm still actively working, but they are not projects that I can showcase because I signed NDA for these gigs. But I just want to let my recruiter know that I have the experience. If I scroll down my CV, you see that I've worked as a customer relationship officer 2016-2017. Yeah, I was a customer support engineer 2018 to 2021. And then I joined AltSchool Africa in 2022 and I decided to focus on front-end development. I did not add Outreach here because I've not really updated my CV. I have good analytical thinking. I'm a problem solver. I do technical writing. I have a blog on Hashnode where I write both technical and just write and share my personal experience with my readers. I have excellent time management skills. I can handle two projects at a time. I can arrange my time in a way that I'm prioritizing what needs to be prioritized and what doesn't need to be prioritized can go after that. I have self-management skills. I can speak very well. I can communicate very well. I can use Git very, very well. I know NPM. I have good understanding of Agile, Jira methodology for task management and workflow. I know how to use Slack and Google Space. So far, my programming languages are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Vue.js, and a little bit of Solidity because I had to build the front end for a Web3
Hi,
project. So I had
Precious.
to, okay, let
Hi,
me round off. I
Precious.
had to interact with
Thank,
Solidity. So,
thank
yeah,
you.
that's
Thank
one
you.
thing.
Thank you for your time. All right, guys, we have Oscar next. Hi, Oscar.
Hi guys,
Hi,
good
Oscar.
evening.
How are you?
Fine. I'm fine. My name is Oscar Kiriki. I'm a recent graduate from University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I just concluded my NYC as this month, sorry, last month. So I'm going to share my portfolio. So this is my portfolio. Let me, okay. So I'm a software engineer. I do front end and I do little of back end too. So I've been coding since 2021. So here's into background, software engineer with almost 2 years and a half experience. I know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Vue.js, Next.js, Tailwind, CSS, and so on. So I've interned at some company like, for example, Usoft Digital. It's a content marketing and content creation firm. So I work with their front end team in managing their website and building maybe some websites, landing pages for companies and customers. So currently I'm also a front end lead engineer in Ticket. So Ticket is a startup, is a startup firm that we are basically working on a ticketing platform where individuals get to host events and get tickets to that particular event and probably buy and share to friends and so on. So I built the front end from scratch. So I will share these are part of my skills. I'll share this is the link to the build. So I'll just basically share the landing page, like what we actually do. So because there's the NDA to this. So like I said, it's an event hosting platform where you get to host your events and get tickets to that particular event and so on. So it has different features. You have the ability to share your event link to others. You can be a host. You can also be an attendee. There's an attendees page where you come and you actually go and find the events that you want to attend. So can find the events you want to attend from this like list of events. So all this is our test events that because it's still in development. So this you can filter by category, you can filter for businesses, you can filter for fashion and so on. So that's one of the projects I've done. You can also filter by dates and you can also search for an event. So moving on, next project is just okay, the clone. So I got someone wanted me to help him connect smart contracts to React. So I had to just check for a UI online and try to clone it. And so while doing this project, I was able to learn how to connect Solidity to front end website that's React. So I also was able to connect MetaMask so to React and all. So you can come here, you can host a campaign, you can view the campaign and also purchase for the campaign. You can add different Ethereums and just it's just a blockchain flow. So moving on, I also worked on. Okay, this is the first landing page I did while I was starting as a developer. So this is made with React. It's just a landing page where it's also responsive. Yeah. So it's just a landing page just to test my UI, my response, like my skill in creating responsive websites and design and so on. So that's basically one of them. Then moving on, so this is an e-commerce. So I was basically trying to learn how to connect Next.js and Sanity backend. So Sanity is a content CMS where you just go and upload your product and you can just connect instead of the long Node.js and so on. So also I was able to learn how to use Redux, those two kits here by adding to cart and so on and so forth. So that's basically some of the projects. So we'll go on. So finally, the my portfolio. So this is it. So it was built with React and also Sanity at the backend. So I don't need to come and start uploading or start changing code. I just go to the database. Like I'll go to this place, add anything. So these are the projects and these are the stores. I can just add any project if I want and upload. I just publish it. Then it automatically calls the API and generates the recent project that I've built here. So also part of what I've done in old school was the old school. Okay, let me check for my second semester assignment. So this is my second semester assignment is GitHub repository where you get to see all your repositories from GitHub. You can click on it to view more and you see your repos and all. So your hero page. There is so much. So what else? I think that's all for now. Yeah. So I'm also
Hi, Oscar. Thank you. Thank you. I believe you're done, right?
yes, I'm done.
All right. Thank you. Nice presentation. Thanks. Um, is Oluwatobi in the room? Oluwatobi. Yeah. Hi, Oluwatobi.
As we wait for Toby, I mean, also amazing work you did there. I love the animation thing you did in your project. It's amazing. Well done. I think I added Toby. I don't know. I don't know what Toby. If you can hear us, please let us know if you're here. Um, but then if Toby can join, we have. Let me not do injustice to you guys' name. How do you pronounce this name? This guy Olu. Hmm, I don't know how to pronounce the name. I think he's been added. I think Tej, you've added him, right? Ibasan
Yeah, yeah. I've added Sukami as well.
or Ola Sukomi. Okay.
And Toby, I'm waiting for the two of them to come on.
Okay.
I don't know. What's wrong? This is why I prefer they've uh, sent their. Okay. Hi, Toby. Hi, Toby. How are you?
I fine.
Okay. You can go on. You have few minutes, not up to 10 minutes. Let's go.
Okay. My name is Toby Loba Ibuola. I started my journey. Um, that was January 1, 2022. I wrote my first line of code January 1, 2022, and just after a few days, I got to know about AltSchool, so I applied to AltSchool, and the journey has been wonderful from the learning content that we have, the resources exposed to us, and it has been a wonderful journey from the challenges that we face in terms of meeting up deadlines in regards to assignments, exam, and all of that. So I've been able to do a lot. And before then, I used to work as a salesperson. I work in the sales and marketing department with a tech company, health tech company, that's RXO Nigeria. But the love for technology grew when I saw my colleagues, then also from inspiration from other guys that we knew ourselves back then in school. So I've been able to, tap into this motivation and inspiration, and that got me here. So I will just show to you. Sorry, I don't know if my screen is up. Am I sharing my screen? Please just help me confirm
Not
this.
not yet. Did you
Not
click on
yet,
the
right?
desktop?
Okay, let me confirm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to in a few seconds. Okay. All right. So first off, I would just walk you through my profile on GitHub, and this is my profile on GitHub. I've been able to do a number of work and do a number of commits to the remote repos that I have here. So I have a number of repository. I've worked with some few guys, some team members in fintech. I was exposed to work with a company in around August, and that was where I was exposed to a number of frameworks, number of libraries to work with, so as to come up with an app which is performance, then come up with an app which is scalable and all of that. Even though I had struggled with a lot of stuff, and I struggled with a lot of stuff then, but thereafter I could improve to write more, to involve solid principles in React.js so as to write more scalable applications and all of that. So let me just walk you through the repositories that I have here. So for the sake of this presentation, I will only showcase to you this product I have is a personal project. Is a personal is a personal project. It's e-commerce, and this is called cleanit.ng. I will be showcasing this to you. Then also I will be showcasing to you a fintech product I have. So let me just go straight to the clean. So this is the website. This is a personal project I have. So I did the front end development. I did the back end, even though it was built with Strappy headless CMS. Then I also did the DevOps myself. And with this, you can easily book an order with this app. So we come down then to clean up your apartments. So this is very user friendly, though I even came up with the design myself. I didn't pay anybody for the design. So this is the landing page, and here you do things. You can sign up, you can log in. We have the login page, and you can just book. You can book yes, while on the landing page, or probably go to and book. It's right here. Then this is the interface to book. And this actually challenged me a lot because for individual apartment type, there are different cases in terms of pricing. So if I want to switch to duplex, you should have another price. Switch to deep cleaning, switch to regular cleaning. So this involved a lot of stuff, and this is built with React.js, TypeScript, Tailwind CSS, and React Hook, Yup for validations and all of that. So I did a lot of stuff doing this. I did a lot of stuff with this. So with this room size, we have different percentages. So this actually challenged me a lot. I needed to write something that would be open for. Will be open to extension, then close to modification. So I really don't want to be entering code at all times. So I have a constant where I just have this data structure that I manipulated for my React Select library. So it challenged me a lot, and I learned a lot doing this. So this is the major product I'm actually proud of. You can go to checkout. I integrated with Paystack. So you can pay with Paystack. If the validation is here, just to see for the validation. So with the validation, you have the right data being requested by the users to be imputed. Then it is written with TypeScript. So I handled the null and the undefined. I handled them very greatly by writing this up. So we can have cleaners join us, like become an associate. We have the interface right here, and it's a lot more anyway. So this is the major app which I know that I built from scratch. The other ones that I have, that is with some team members. This is also deployed, and so this is. Just give me a few seconds to just load this. I think I have this dragon. Okay, so this is the landing page, just the website, not the web app, just to redirect users to get the app. The app is not available yet in Play Store, in Apple Store. So we have this, which is just to, I don't know why this thing is breaking. I think we have a network lag here. And also we have the dashboard. This will be the second dashboard that I built. The first one was when I worked in August with the fintech company. That was contract based, so that actually challenged me a lot, and I was able to improve by building something better. So I have just this fake login details. I can log in even if it is a test mode. So this is the dashboard. We have transactions component right here, compliance, customers, and everything is being handled by Yop for validation. So yeah, so also for the component, the structures and all of that, it makes sense in my own way. So my level at the moment, though I'm still improving on my skills and knowledge in using React. So these are the major things that I've been able to do, and I think this is just it for now.
Thank you. Thank you, Olatunji Loba. Thank you for your time. Nice presentation. Yeah, wishing you all the very best. Let's go. Sukami, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How are you?
I'm fine. Hi, everyone. I am Olatunji Bason. I'm a backend developer at AltSchool, Node.js to be very precise. And because I'm a backend developer, I would focus on why I am a backend developer and APIs that I have built. So first, I'd like to share my screen and start with my okay, set. Oh, entire screen. Okay, sure. Okay, this is my GitHub profile. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, this is my GitHub profile. This is my, so to say, my portfolio website. And first, this is a blog API, which was a prerequisite to get into this semester at AltSchool. But after I built this project, I wanted to build something that would post me very well in the ecosystem per se. So I took it up by building a fintech API for a crowdfunding website, and I'd like to say it's a um, based website. First of all, as a backend developer, there are some things you need to focus on, like security, login, building your API using the MVC pattern, the scalability, the designs of your API. These are things that that makes you a really good backend developer. So for my Express app, I really made a tiny trick here. I configured my Express app within a function. This keeps my app safe because it is not available on my global scope. This is a JavaScript thing. And for login, if you can see my console down here, you'll see that every request made to my API, the time it took for the response to get back to the user. These are things that are very important as a backend developers. And one time on Twitter, a backend developer once said that if a user as much as coughs on your API, you want to log it, which is very important. And this is my log so far, as long as I have been building this API. This is to show that I take note and I take point correction of everything that keeps me up and makes me a really good backend developer. And why the reason why I picked a fintech API is that due to the rise of fintech APIs and fintech startups in the Nigeria ecosystem, it is safe to say that to prove that you're worthy of your sort as a backend developer, you want to take a dab at something that is that is so prominent in your ecosystem to show that you know what you are doing. So, for example, this is my admin route. This is a this is an authorized route anyway. This is a route. What this route provides the admin. This is an admin route to check your net, how much you have made in naira, how much you have made in USD, and how much you have made in pounds. But
I Sukami.
I
Is it possible you increase your screen size so you can see the lines of code? Well,
oh for my postman. Okay, how about now? Is it better now?
can you add a little bit more?
This is as large as my screen can
Okay,
go.
then we're good to go. Let's just go on.
So, so for each transaction that has been made on my API, so I took in 5%. I'm calculating it for 5% for each transaction. I remove whatever is left, and um, I remove whatever is left from the either Paystack or Stripe. In this API, I used multiple. I used Paystack, I used Stripe, and I used PayPal's API to show that I I am worthy of my sort. So these are transactions that has occurred for the last 30 days. And this is one from Paystack, this one is from Paystack, and this one is from Stripe. So to round off, I'd like to say building this API has been really, really difficult because I have had to really take out time and make research to know what developers out there are building, developers out there are building, what they are really using in fintech, in actual fintechs. I got access to some repos, to some open source, and I have come together to build this to show that I am and I am a good backend developer. Thank you. Yeah, that
Uh,
is all.
thank you, Sukami. Well done. Sukami is a good backend developer. All right. Aruna, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your visual, okay,
Okay, my visual is blurry.
it's all good. Hi, Aruna, how are you?
Oh, sorry, you said my visual is
It's
it's not
fine.
coming.
It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
using the camera from the laptop, so just manage it for now. Yeah. So quickly, my name
Yeah.
is Ephraim. Okay. Sorry. Let me quickly share my
You can
screen.
go on.
All right. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so quickly, my name is Ephraim Haruna, and I'm a backend engineer here at school, and I'm also a fourth year student of computer engineering in Ahmadu Bello University. So my background and knowledge in the computer field enables me to be able to learn concept quickly, and I'm able to have some insight in other fields such as networking, data structures and algorithm, and software engineering and other stuff. So below are some of the skills that I have. So for the language, I'm able to write code in JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, SQL, MQL, Bash, CSS, HTML, and more. So and over the course of my program, I make use of Node.js, Express, MySQL, among others, and also tools and services such as Git, GitHub, Docker, AWS, and more. So Over the course of our school, I was able to build a number of projects. So I'll actually start with the project that we built here in our school. So it's a blogging API. So I built the blog API, but then after the exam, I decided, okay, maybe I should extend the functionality of that blogging API. So I decided to build a. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Please go
Yes.
on.
So I decided to extend the functionality of the blog API. So among the things it does, including authentication, so users are able to sign up, log in, and I also added a search feature where people can search. So as you can see, here are some of the blog that some users published, and it keeps track of the reading count, the time it takes to read, and all that. So and on the extra, I added a feature. I integrated a pay stack payment API, so which makes it possible for people to make donations. So so it allows users to be able to make donations, and also I integrated Cloudinary API, which makes it possible for users to upload image, and also it processes the image and compress it so that it will be easy for fast loading and efficiency. So going on, I also built a chatbot. So for the chatbot, you can think of it like okay, sorry, let me switch the screen. I'm not much familiar with this. Okay, so here's it. So you can think of it like when you dial *121# to buy data on your MTN. So it provides you certain options, and from the option, let me them. So from the option, you'll be able to select a feature. Whether you want to buy data, you want to check your balance. So that's sort of how it works. So how it works behind the scene, make use of a big data structure. So let me quickly share the diagram. Yeah, so basically here's the flow of the diagram. This is like to showcase my skills in data structure algorithm. So I was able to utilize the use of tree data structure to track the actions of the user. So because when a user press one in certain places, the meaning of one, the action is different from another position. So I needed to use tree data structure to be able to track what the user is trying to achieve. Okay, so let me share a quick demo of how it works. Okay, so basically, I like to paste an order. One can easily input a number, so here it pops up the list, and from the list you can be able to select what you wanted to, how many items you want to purchase, and pick a number, and then it added it to the list. So you can also check out. Alright, so to achieve this project, I had to learn how to use tools such as Socket.io so that I can be able to create a path, a connection, a bidirectional connection between the client and the server. And I was also able to integrate MongoDB session to store the session of the user and extra. So I'll move on to the next project quickly. Okay, so I'll talk about this serverless to do. So basically serverless is a modern way of hosting your app and services so that it doesn't host on a server. So instead, you need it doesn't host a server, and by nature of that, it's able to save cost. So, like for example, on a case study on Coca-Cola were able to save at the cost of their vending machine by like 40% because they use serverless technology. So to do that, I had to make use of tools such as AWS Lambda, S3 Bucket, DynamoDB, and a lot more. So this time I won't be able to show all the projects. But the next one is our Beat Battle app. So basically, what it does is it's an app that allows music producers to participate in a competition where people will be allowed to upload their beats, and then the other users can be able to vote for which beat they thought is the best among the rest. So things included such as payments and others are also enabled on the app. Yeah, so going further, aside from writing codes, I'm able to also document what I write. So like for example, I write a blog on how someone can be able to deploy an application on render. So that enables me to be able to communicate how my apps works and to write it for even non-technical people to be able to understand. So basically, this is it. I've gone more, but yeah, I think I'll stop here. So thank you.
Thank you, Aruna. Thank you. Interesting. That'll be interesting to see like backend guys are really doing so much.
Yeah, it is. I mean, well done so far, the guys that have presented. You guys are blowing our mind. I think the next person is Emmanuel. Is Emmanuel here?
Yes, I
Wait,
am. Can everyone hear me?
hi, Emmanuel.
Oh, hello, Tabi. Hi, DJ. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Emmanuel. Good evening.
Yeah, how's everyone doing?
Fine.
All right, so can I go on?
Please.
All right, so I'm Emmanuel Oloke, a front-end engineering student of AltSchool Africa. So I would like to first talk a bit about my experience and transitioning into tech from a different career before I go on to showcase the little projects I've been able to build so far. So I made the decision to transition into tech late 2021. So I was coming from a career in oil and gas engineering and thinking about the future that I want for myself. I I made the decision that that career is not going to be able to give me the future I want. So that was the primary factor that made leading to the decision for me to switch into tech. And at that time, uh, consequently, AltSchool was launching the Soft School of Engineering program also. So I just said, what a perfect opportunity, and I enrolled, and it's been an amazing journey so far. Although I studied computer science in school, and also in the process of getting my master's also in computer science, but having worked in oil and gas engineering for the past 4 years, even though I still have some projects I kept on maintaining, but I knew that for me to get to the next level, I had to put in more effort. And AltSchool Africa has been able to do that for me specifically. So I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to AltSchool Africa for assisting me in this journey so far. We are not at the end yet, but we are moving forward, getting to the permanent side. So I'd like to share my screen now and showcase. All right, just let me know when you guys can see my screen, please. All right, can you guys see my screen now? Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes, yes, we can see your screen.
Oh, all right. So this is my portfolio website. So this is hosted on a personal domain, so it's easier for me to share with people and also use it as a resource to share my resume, which is easily accessible once you click on this link. So like I've said a little bit about me, I have a background in computer science, dabbled into oil and gas engineering for a while. Now I'm back to tech. So these are the tools I currently use: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, TypeScript, Node, Next, React, and Mongo. Although thanks to AltSchool, I'm going to add Vue.js to this really soon. So these are some of the recent projects I've built. So let me just visit the website and let me know if you guys can still see my screen. Can you see the new tab, please?
Wait, did you say new tab?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm seeing countries. I guess that's what you expected to see. So you can share again.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to share the entire window now. All right. So this is just a project. So I understand that to be an effective front-end engineer, you have to be versatile with consuming different APIs. So that's what I've been trying to get better at. So consuming, no matter the format the API comes in, I'm able to effectively consume it and utilize the information therein and showcase it in a beautiful layout such as this. So this is me working with an API called Countries API, and it gives you access to every country in the world. I think over 200 countries, and you can now decide to showcase that information as however you want. So with this app, you can search for a particular country. You can filter by continents, be it Africa, Asia, Europe, or Oceania. So if I click on, let's say I want to see only countries in Europe now, and you can see these are only European countries being shown here. And also if we go to Asia, these are only Asian countries being shown here. So also the search functionality, if let's say, for example, I want to search for Germany, and you can see the app brings Germany, and there you can proceed to click on the card to showcase more information about the country. So it gives you the population, the currency they spend, the languages spoken, the region, and all of that. And also you have this other list here that leads to border countries, and there are also active links that you can click on to take you to that country. So let's say I've clicked on France now, and I'm able to go to France and see information about France. And also if I click on Spain, I'm able to do that. So all these are being fetched from an API and being consumed in this application. Also, I built this using Chakra UI, so it made it easy to implement all these features and give you a clean UI, and very easy to implement the dark mode, so you can easily switch. So yeah, the other one I would like to talk about still on API consumption is just this little project that consumes the GitHub API. So I call it Dev Finder, and it's just to you give it a GitHub username and it gives you the information about that repository back. So let's say I want to search for myself, and I press enter. It just gives me the information about myself. You can see my picture, the amount of repositories I have, my followers, and my location, Twitter profile, and all. So that's just consuming APIs. So also I understand that being a front-end engineer, you have to be able to convert screens. So given a particular design, you have to be able to convert that, replicate that design, pick to an extreme, paying attention to a high level of detail. So with that, I've been able to build this, which is a design I was presented with, and I was able to replicate it. So this thumbnail images are switchable. You can switch them, and also this is a you can increase the number of items in your cart, and you can add to it and it shows up in the cart. So this is only a front-facing application, basically front end, and so there's no functionality involved. So you can delete item from your cart, and it gives. So based on what I've learned in AltSchool so far, looking back at the code, this was built, I think, over a year ago when I started the journey to transition. So looking back at the code now, I know that there are a lot of better things I could implement thanks to AltSchool and the knowledge they've been able to impact. So also based on screen conversion, this is another design that I got, I think, from Dribble. and I was able to implement it using Chakra UI and Chat.js. So with this, you can, and it's fully responsive also. So if I, let's say, go to the responsive mode, you can see these components are all responsive. So also it has this little component here that you can use to extend and reduce a particular list. So also with my journey so far, I understand that you don't only just consume information, you try to give back to the community. And with that, I've been privileged to be working on an open source project out of Nigeria, actually. It's a project by Eskid Abati Adewale. I don't know if any of you know him. So it's and it's called Made in Nigeria. So this is a curation of open source projects and tools that have been built by Nigerian developers. So currently, what you're seeing now is version 1, and we are currently in the process of building out the version 2. And I'm proud to say that I'm like the sole front-end engineer working on the conversion of the design that we are working with to the version 2. So so that's the contribution. So the project has over 800 GitHub star on GitHub. So I'm very proud to be working actively on this, and I can't wait to share the results with everyone. Also, I only don't just consume information. I share my little knowledge on Hashnode, and I think I have up to about 4 blog posts to my name now, with more to come as I continue my learning journey and my transition journey. So this is everything I wish to showcase today, and just to really show how far AltSchool have helped me to come, and given the opportunity to work as a front-end developer, I'm able to consume any given API, replicate any given design, and also contribute actively to any team, as I've been able to be circle lead for 2 circles now, and we've been able to achieve a lot of things together. So thank you everyone for listening.
This is impressive. I mean, amazing. Are you sure you learned all this here? I don't know.
Well, AltSchool helped refine the knowledge, and also I learned a lot with AltSchool.
That's nice. I mean, we're super
Yeah,
proud of you. The students are proud of you.
Emmanuel, nice presentation.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
I see
thank you,
you next.
Emmanuel. Said, do we have Said? Adewumi. Okay. And Tabi, why is my
Because I know the woman. I know, like, when she joined back pretty much late. I think she joined back the second set of other students, but I
yeah,
admired her and passion from the beginning. So I get so
yeah,
happy when I see
she
amazing
joined
stuff
us
like
second semester. She resumed
yeah,
with us second semester. I could remember what.
yeah.
Where's
That's why I'm
Adewumi?
proud.
Why are the cloud guys saying Wumi make us right? I don't understand. Hi, Wumi. Adewumi, can you hear me? Unmute your mic. Your mic is muted.
She's gathering her workstation. She's putting everything together, or she's deploying.
Okay. Please
She's in
side
the cloud.
request, send request, please. Wumi, what's happening?
Sahid is not here.
So, I can't even
Let me
see
look for
side.
Sahid.
Oh. Um. Okay. West side, Steve. I'm expecting three more students for today. Steve,
Steve is replacing it.
Saeed. Okay, about four. Adewumi. Please send request. Any one of you can send requests so we can move further.
Yeah.
Okay.
But pray is here. I think we can go with pray.
Yeah, yeah. Is he or she? I don't even know. Pray, are you ready? What's happening? Is the network bad?
I don't know what the problem is. But anyway.
Hi guys.
Just imagine we have two of them at the same time. So probably you've been. Where are the ladies? Where are
Let
the
me
ladies?
leave.
The ladies are here. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi,
Let me
can you
leave.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear the two of you. Pray and Adewumi. Who wants to go first? Whoa, mini, money, more.
Hey. Okay, Pia, will you go? Okay.
No, pray. You don't need
Yeah,
to leave.
hi everyone. My name is Adewumi Adelaki, and I am a cloud engineer. I am glad because AltSchool brought my cloud journey, like my cloud engineering dream. I've always wanted to be a cloud engineer since I graduated in 2019 from Obafemi Awolowo University. So when I learned about AltSchool in 2021, that they offer cloud engineering track course, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Let me just apply. So yeah, I am here to show some of my projects and let me share my screen. Okay, I don't have access to share screen here. What is my system doing?
You should. I mean, are you not seeing the screen icon?
Click on the desktop icon.
Okay. The system is hanging.
Oh, sorry.
Cloud.
Yes, too much of our tools. Cloud tools are really taking most of this thing. Okay, I'm going to share entire screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. So I want to show my GitHub profile. Okay. Yeah, I have project that I have worked on. I worked on a main stack project where I deployed a main app, React, Node.js, and MongoDB on AWS. I use S3 bucket and my institute stars because I just wanted to try different things. Then there's this particular course, the exam that we did last year. We used Ansible to provision Laravel app. So I did that too, and I was able to Dockerize a React and Node app. So the major reason I'm here today is that I want to show this particular project. It is an AI app. So I work with a team of developers and a team of PM designers and developers. So all of us, we came up with this project. It's an AI app that turns words to image, but we do it for kids. So we call it DAL. So I was the only DevOps in the team, and I was able to host the app on a dedicated server, and I use pipeline, Jenkins pipeline to ensure that this app is up to date. Because as a cloud engineer, you don't have to keep going back whenever there's an update on the repo on GitHub. You don't have to keep going back and remove the project and clone it again. No, you have to ensure that this app is up to date. So I had to create a pipeline that a Jenkins pipeline that updates the repo as everybody's working on it. So this is for front end and this is for the back end, guys. So whenever they upload their work on GitHub, the pipeline takes it up and deploy it directly into production. And as a DevOps engineer, there's one thing called webhook, because we have to use webhook to get information on the server. So I use Slack webhook. So whenever there's any information on the dedicated server, the Slack webhook that I use will give me information immediately. In fact, if anybody log into the server without my consent, I will know the person that log in. If anything is wrong, I will know the person that did that thing at the particular time. And and I was able to, and there's one thing about this app, in DevOps, we have to monitor our app. So I used APM to monitor the apps. So for the front end, I used Sentry to monitor it. And for the back end, because they use TypeScript for their back end, I use Elastic APM to monitor it. Yeah. And then I use Elastic APM to monitor the backend app. And for the Laravel, I use MongoDB for the database of the main app, because I realized that MongoDB is a serverless database. I would have showed everything, but I have destroyed everything that I used to. I have destroyed the instance. I have deleted the buckets that I used to create all these things. And as a DevOps engineer, we need to have at least one, aside bash scripting, we need to have at least one programming language, which mine is Python. I write Python. And aside that, there's this project that we are working on in our exam. We use Terraform to provision Kubernetes. Yeah, we use Terraform to provision Kubernetes cluster, AWS Kubernetes cluster. I don't want to share everything yet because it's still on, but I have done to some extent. I'm able to get my my link that provision the app on. The only thing remaining is for it to be secured, but the app is running perfectly. I'm already using SSL certificate to make the app secured. So all the DevOps tools that are supposed to that a DevOps supposed to know: Docker, Terraform, Ansible, Kubernetes, and every other thing. I know all those tools, and I am proud to say that I know it. I know them. Like, I work with them a lot. So I'm glad that AltSchool brought this cloud dream alive. I am really happy. And I am a writer. I am a technical writer. My Ash node, I have written, like, anytime I build a project, I ensure that I write about the project. So this is my Ash node. My profile, my LinkedIn profile is Adedamola, in case you want to check my work. And my Ash node is Crown Jewel, in case you want to check some of the things I've written about. Thank you so much. I had to delete everything because of AWS billing. The billing is much. Thank you so much. Did you guys hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
I thought I was just. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next presentation, Ademola. Trust me, I really enjoyed it. Super proud of how far you've gone and the things you can do now. Like, yeah, amazing. Let me share my videos so you see me.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Emotional. Thank you, Ademola.
Thank you so much, guys. All
right, so like, I side, I Steve. So you guys will stay back. Ladies first. Guys, just chill. Let's yes.
Who is speaking among the three of them? Who is going next?
The lady.
Hi guys. Hello everyone. My name is Priye Omusuko. I studied biomedical engineering and I decided to transition into tech last year, and with that decision in place, I got to hear about AltSchool application, and so I got into the program. AltSchool was actually the first place I wrote my first coding, which was Hello World. And so I'm going to highlight two major impact AltSchool has on my growth. And the first one is the skills. So during the time in AltSchool, I'm still in time in AltSchool, so I can comfortably say that even though I don't have a computer science degree, AltSchool took us from the beginning, from the very beginning of what computer science is and all of those theory before we got to the technical part. So I can comfortably say I know the basics, some major basics I should know, algorithms and all of that. And then for the technical skills, we're exposed to, or I was exposed to frameworks and languages and tools like Git, how to use Git, JavaScript, React, Vue, CSS, HTML, and currently TypeScript. And another major impact on my growth since I joined AltSchool is soft skills. So I got to realize that everybody may know how to code, but something should always make you stand out, which AltSchool exposed us to, is soft skills, where we were exposed to resources like technical writing, where we got to learn how to document our projects. We're exposed to problem solving, team, how to work as a team, and we're also exposed on how to research. And so I would say, having gone through all this, I would like to reintroduce myself. So my name is Priya Musuku. I studied biomedical engineering. I have a deep specialty in building and optimizing user-focused websites with clear designs and thoughtful interactions. And I love researching on users' interfaces and then use the data to utilize or integrate into building interfaces that would satisfy users' requirements and also my personal goals. So I'd like to take you through. I'd like to showcase some of my work. So let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, please?
Not yet.
Okay. So. Is it working now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so just so here's my portfolio. Sorry, my network is kind of slow. Okay, so here's my portfolio. Like I said, through AltSchool, I've been able to become, I can call myself a front-end developer as well as a technical writer. And so these are the skills that I've been able to learn and I've used in building this project. I built this portfolio with React, and I'd like to showcase some of my work. So this is a food app where I learned how to use various models like adding a food to carts and seeing orders and all of that, and also user authentication with Firebase. So let me just quickly sign in. Okay. So I'm going to log in. So this is a food app where users get to order food, put food in your cart, and then check out. Okay, so when you log in, it takes the time and your name and all of that to display. And so this is the dashboard. I get to pick, I add to my cart. Once I add, the cart increases and all of that. And if I want to see what I've ordered, so these are what I've ordered. I was able to, I can remove, if I don't want all this, I can remove. And I can also check stuff that I've already ordered or previously. So these are my orders I have previously. I can remove them if I want. And so, sorry, let me go back to the carts. So from the carts, after buying what I want and I get the total bill, I'm able to check out. And then I integrated with Paystack and all of that. So I would like to show you the next project. So this is one of this project was done in my second semester, I think. Yeah. So we're asked to create something. So I created a dating app where, because I love love, so where people get to meet each other, and I used a free user API to do all of this. So here you get to see the users, but they're all fake users and all of that. And here, and the next, this is a GitHub profile finder. So if you need to search for any random GitHub profile, you just need to put in the user's name. So this is my GitHub user's name, and then you search. So you get to see the profile of the person, and then you can go to the user's real GitHub profiles to view more about the person. So that's basically it. And I've been able to, with my problem solving skills and with soft skills, I would say that I'm an effective problem solver, an effective communicator. And if given the opportunity to work for your company, I know I'll be a valuable addition. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. Thumbs up. Super proud of the ladies we have in AltSchool. Trust me, guys. The ladies are not joking. Yeah, let's go. Steve, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good evening, guys.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Although
All
my
right, let's go.
but right now I'm good to go. Well, I would first of all like to say thank you to AltSchool and thank you to all the whole AltSchool team, because you guys have been amazing and you have done a great job in our lives. I entered into tech 2001, but actually, although I was actually learning on a self-paced learning, I didn't really get everything that I actually wanted, because there was still a lot of questions that I still need asking one-on-one, and a lot of people to ask. But although Stack Overflow was really helping me, and other sites was really helping me answer all of them, but not well like I really wanted, until I heard about AltSchool from my brother, and I registered and started. I will actually say that I've come to really enjoy the school, and they have really taught me a lot, and they have really showed me a lot, especially what Bri said the other time when it comes to soft skills. I never even knew that there was anything called soft skills, and how to manage problem solving, teamwork, and all those. I never really knew that there's this kind of way that tech is even supposed to even live their life, especially if you really want to get into tech well, that there's a way that you should even take yourself. So AltSchool really taught us all this, and I really, really appreciate joining AltSchool. So moving forward, I would first of all like to showcase one of a build that I built about 6 months ago when I joined AltSchool. After I joined AltSchool, I don't know, please, if you guys can see my screen, you let me know. So can you guys see my screen, please? Okay. Moving forward, I would like to present this very first app that I did. This app is actually all about dashboard, and I would say it's few sync. It's all about dashboard and all about customer services, employees. It's just all about it's basically all about your company. For instance, you're a startup company, or you actually have a company that have grown over the years. At least you can use this kind of app to actually view all your data and everything that you do, or anything that your employee do in your company. You can actually use it as a HRO, as a CEO or COO, and so on and so forth. You can actually log in and you can log out of the application. I use Sync Fusion in it. Actually, it's a React uh, project, but I actually use Sync Fusion to also collaborate with it and so on and so forth. Okay, so you can actually change the the theme of the app, and you can also change the colors of the icons and so on and so forth. So using changing the colors of the icon and so on and so forth using state management. I didn't actually use React state management like use state, but I had to use readers because I'm very proficient in readers, and also I'm very proficient in React, JavaScript, and so on and so forth, especially CSS and HTML. I believe those are the most simplest one. So I would like to present the second app, which is actually a food delivery app, just like the other guys have also built before. First and first is that you have to sign in using Firebase to sign into the app, because if you're not signing, or for instance, okay, let me quickly show you something before okay, I'm already signing, and I can also sign out if I want to. Now let me show you something. Since I'm actually not signed in right now, okay, I can actually fetch data from the Firebase storage. I can fetch data from there, and if I should go to Firebase now and create data, you will see that everything will store back in Firebase, and I can fetch all my data there. I can go to my card and claim my card, and also see everything that I purchased. Let me log in back so that I can do what I want to do. Okay, I'm logged in right now. You can see that I have items right here, and okay, let me fetch that first. You guys will see what I want to show. You can see, so once I click on anything, you can see that my stuff is updating, my cart is updating. And once you go into the cart, you will see it all here. But I didn't actually implement the checkout page and so on and so forth. I can easily click my card, or I can add to my card, and it will be updating real time on the database too, because I also use Windows on it too. Okay, so that's the second one for the day. Let me showcase the third one quickly. I just built this one about 3 days ago. It was actually for a job hunt, and I had an interview, so which they actually asked me to build something. And let me see, it's a real data fetching from their own back end. It's all about the election that we just went through 25th of March. Sorry, 25th of February 2023. So it's all about the data and all the states. Actually, I had to use an SVG images and manipulate them so that if I should over there, they will be showing all these blue lines all over it and so on and so forth. So that is my showcase for today, because if I want to showcase all the cool art that I have, I will actually waste everybody's time or take everybody's time for today. So all I really have to say is that I would say AltSchool is one of the best schools that I've ever seen. It's not really a boot camp. Boot camp. AltSchool is not a boot camp. AltSchool is a great school, and I have actually told a lot of people, and I've also did an advertisement because I'm a little bit of a content creator and a producer. So I also did an advertisement for them because I know that it's a great school and everybody should really come to AltSchool to learn because boot camp is really going to take a lot for you to learn web programming, maybe data science, and so on and so forth. AltSchool will teach you well, and if you have any questions, they will respond easily. I must really say thank you, Mr. Jerry, okay, because you've been a great help to me, and I really love you, man. That's for sure. Thank you, Tabitha, and so on and so forth, and every other person. I really thank you a lot for letting me join us and bringing me to this level today. And to you out there watching, I would say if I should join your company today, I have a lot of pitch to bring in. I'm not just going to work for you and so on and so forth. I will also provide for the company and also work with the team to make your company more great. I have a lot of ideas, and I believe that bringing it will all work for all of us. So that's what I have for today. Thank you guys, and thanks for letting me join you guys today.
All right, thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. Okay, so I side. Tabi, you want to talk? Your mic is muted. Tabi, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted.
And now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I said I want to say something before Sahid goes. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Sahid and some of his friends, they won the recently concluded GitHub Code Innovation Series. Like, I don't know if it was an Indian thing, and these guys just did a project and they came out as the first people. That's amazing. You guys are superstars. So I just wanted to let you guys know. So as we listen to him present, let us also, congratulate him for that. I think that's a big deal.
Congratulations, Said, and your team. We can hear you. No, we can't hear you. We still can't hear you. Yeah, talk now. Hey,
I think something you might want to do is just refresh. So you are going to have to leave this place. So like refresh the whole page.
try to unmute your mic now. Side.
Hello? Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
yes, we can hear you now. I Side,
Thank you very
how are
much.
you?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you.
How
All
are you
right.
doing?
So, hello
Your
everyone.
video.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You people will not leave Jerry
Hello
and
everyone.
skin. Be careful. Don't come near my PM. I beg. All right, Side, what's up? What's good?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right,
Thank
let's
you.
go.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. My name is Said Shutu. I'm excited to be at the internship fair today. And I'm a backend developer, currently a penultimate electrical and electronics engineering student at
Side,
the
we
University of
can't see your
Ilorin.
face. So,
Can't see my face.
are you sharing your screen, your video?
No, I'm not sharing the video yet. I'm just talking.
Try to share
My
the
face is
video.
showing though.
You can see my video. My video is on. My camera is on. Try to on your camera.
It is on.
It is on. I think his
Yeah, it
network.
is.
Let's continue.
Okay. All right. So I'm a backend developer, currently a penultimate electrical and electronics engineering student at the University of Ilorin. And I would like to share my journey and some of the projects I've worked on. Tech has always been a field I find very interesting because I'm very inquisitive and I love to know how things work behind the scenes. In 2017, before I gained admission to the university, I started with Free Code Camp, Grasshopper app, and Solo Learn. But it was so abstract to me at the beginning, and the pressure of being a fresher in the university, I had to drop it. Same thing in 2020 during the COVID and the whole staying at home thing. I picked up the inquisitiveness and started learning again. This time I started learning front end, and within 3 months I was able to do the Free Code Camp projects and everything. And I also built some React projects along the way. But then school resumed again. I had to stop. But in February 2020, a friend told me about AltSchool and I applied because I was tired of letting my school affect my tech career. So I decided I'll be able to juggle it, especially when I'm with AltSchool in an environment where there are a lot of people juggling both of them together. So I feel I should be up to the task. So I joined backend track at AltSchool, learn new concepts, make sure to watch the videos on the content, or make sure to watch the content of the LMS, submit my assignments without missing a deadline. And so far, so good. I've been doing well. Oh, I also picked up technical writing soon. So I'm about to share my screen. Yeah, so this is my screen. Sorry, can people see the screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Fine.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I built a simple portfolio website just to showcase some of the works I've done, and just very simple something. And along the way, I think like 2 weeks ago, I built this URL shortener that uses with Express.js. Everything is basically an Express.js rendered with EJS and everything. So what this URL shortener does is basically to shorten your URL so you don't have to always move around or always memorize long URLs. So what it does is once you put in your original URL, it has to make sure it is actually a valid URL. Say for example, YouTube, it should not be a valid URL. So it checks if it is valid using the DNS lookup module in Node.js. So if it is valid, it adds it to the list here. If it is not valid, it returns an error message that it is not valid. And here is you can see the shortened URLs I've done and everything. So once you click on the shortened link, it adds to the view count. Once you click on the shortened link, it adds to the view count. And also, just like Tavi said, during I think like a month ago, we registered for the GitHub Code of Innovation hackathon, and basically we built this simple chat app. I did the backend, just the backend. My friends worked on the front end, and the back end. We did it together. It was a group project, and that was the first time I was properly using GitHub with a team, because normally it's just me and designing my project by myself. So that was the first time I worked with a team, and it was an interesting project. Ask, you log in, and if other people are online, you'll be able to chat with them. If they are not, just because I'm the only one online, so I cannot chat with myself, be able to chat with them. But if other people are around, they'll be able to see your message and they'll be able to chat with you. And also, when I was still learning front end, I built a Twitter clone. And yeah, so I built a Twitter clone, and it was just a side project also. And I think it was very good. It was a good project, and everything works well. And it was very, very responsive. And I think the important thing about the Twitter clone was that this was the first time I was using CSS Grid to build a Twitter clone, and it worked well. And also, I had to use JavaScript for the responsiveness. That's the window dot on listen to the window, change in the window to make sure it is responsive. And the project I'm very, very proud of, the most current or the most recent project I've done is our chatbot for the AltSchool examination. Basically, you chat with the bot. It's a restaurant chatbot. Chat with the bot, asks you to pick a number, to select an invalid input, tells you the input is invalid, and asks you to select something that is valid, add it to your order and everything. So basically, the interesting thing about the chatbot is that it saves your message. Okay, it saves the session first. If it saves the session, means that if you open this same tab, if I open it on another tab, I should still get back the same. I should still get back the same interface and the same messages and everything. Even if I close the tab and everything, as long as the session is valid, I still get back all of the messages I've sent. Basically, it retrieves all of your messages. Doesn't your message, you do not lose your message, you always get it back. So you can add things to your chatbot and everything. And I feel chatbots are a very nice thing. They reduce the cost of business and everything. And also, I wrote an article. I mentioned I was a technical writer, and I have like 5 articles. I also wrote one on building the chatbot using your Node.js and Socket.io, how to host a free Express app, how to handle errors with Express, this is our second semester exam, building a REST API for a blog using the JS. And this text color generator for developer is an hackathon, Ashnode hackathon. Basically, it's, lorem ipsum. It generates lorem ipsum depending on the amount of words or character you want, and also generates random colors for you to compare it with, and also how to host your first React project. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything I've done so far.
Sorry. Amazing stuff. Like, well done, Said.
Thank you.
Great stuff. So for the project you did with your friends, are they also old schoolers?
Yeah, they're also AltSchoolers. Joel or Jerinde is a front-end developer, and Bolaji Shonde is a back-end developer. We basically attend the same university, so it was a weekend project.
Oh, you guys are in the same school and also running the same old school. All right.
Yeah. And Bolaji was the one that introduced me to AltSchool, so he's like, he's been a good friend too.
Okay. Do we have them here? Is Bolaji here and Joy?
Yeah, I'm sure he's here. I'm sure they're here.
Bolaji and Joy, if you are here, say hi. I don't mind bringing you guys on. Bolaji, please send a request.
Right. So, how many people? Do you have an idea of how many people you guys are competing with?
I don't know. Did not check.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean that's amazing stuff, you guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
It must have been nice to be among the winners. Indians,
We
like
did not
I
think
saw
we were
Indians.
going to win.
You guys
We
beat.
did not think we were going to win. We just did it.
That's amazing. Do all the best in your software engineering journey. Keep up.
Bolaji, we're waiting for you. Okay. Is Joy here? I think Joy is not here. Tabi, yes, so I actually shortlisted 10 students for today's session. Hi, Bolaji.
Hi, good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Can you share your screen, like your video? Let's have a look.
Oh, like I did not, like I'm not, I did not prepare for this stuff,
Okay,
so I'm
no
not ready.
problem. Don't worry. Don't worry. How's it going? So, can you share with us about the project you guys did? How are you guys able to work together as a team? Are you studying the same course in Unilorin?
Okay. Yeah, we are studying the same course in engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, and we're also in the same level, that's 400 level. It's a 5-year course. So yeah, what could share about the hackathon, and we were asked to, okay, we said that because we like um that time in school we were like very busy with school work and everything, but we were like, okay, let's just at least show up for the intern for the hackathon, and anything that happens. So we like over the weekend we just decided on the project that I want to build, and we built it over the weekend and submitted it, and hopefully, and as we were part of we were the winners. So that was that was basically it. We were just the three of us. So the project is okay. Sorry, I did not talk about the project. The project is a chatbot, like as Said already mentioned. So it basically uses WebSockets to create the connection. So every user that is currently online can chat with yourself. And yeah, that's the core of the project. So that's just the core of the project. So every user connected can chat with himself. That's basically it.
Okay, thank you. Sabi, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, thank you so much, Sahi. Thank you so much, Bolaji. Thank you so much to all the students that have showcased your projects. I mean, awesome stuff you guys are doing. I'm also proud. As somebody that was really emotional, seeing the amount of work you guys have done, things that you guys have been able to achieve. I mean, I looked back and someone said that you guys should really be proud of yourselves for what you have done. And I hope that this is an encouragement for the people that are saying that the pressure is getting worse or it's a lot. I feel like you guys are also amazing. You're just disguising. You guys have learned a lot. And I think we have a few minutes left. From my side, I just want to say I'm proud of all of you, and the amazing work you're doing. And we hope you guys continue doing the same. To the companies out here, we hope you've seen, what these people are building, and hopefully they're gonna build even better products as they continue learning and things like that. And so I don't know if Jerry is around, who wants to wrap up, or Deji, are you the one that's gonna wrap up this? I know Jerry is very cautious of the time. Yeah.
I'm
I
here.
do.
Hi everyone. Thank you very much for sticking with us today. Um, we are going to be we're going to be doing this every day until we're done. It's just that for the remainder of the days, we're going to be having like a session attached to it. So, for example, for tomorrow's session, we will do this for about an hour, and then for the remaining 1 hour, we would have a couple of talks in between. And then the same thing on Thursday, we are to expect Charles to come and give us a talk, and then we'll also do one more talk on Friday, and we will be wrapping up. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone that joined and then everyone that presented. We would be reaching out to the guys that will be speaking tomorrow, and I can't wait to share this. I mean, I would see if there's a way to like take snapshots of this particular session and put it out there because it was really mind blowing. Thank you for putting in the work. Thank you for coming to show it. And this is also to encourage others to bring out their work and show us the things that they've done, because truly your work speaks for you, and it's also amazing how far you have come. Thank you so much. I am signing out, and you should too. Thank you, Tabi and DG, for joining me as well. I think we're good to go.
Bye, guys.